Alright, Schlockmeister fans. One more from the Herschel Gordon Lewis Shock and Gore collection. We're going to watch something called Moonshine Mountain. Let's watch. Famous country singer Doug Martin has flown into South Carolina.
But more than that,
he's here to study the Southerners.
Eat and sleep with them. Get back to the real values. I want to relearn the simplicity of these hats.
He stops to get a drink and go to the bathroom at some sort of general store. And this yokel really likes his car. So he flags him down later and knocks him out. Not only does he like his car, he likes his jacket. That's what he's after for here. So he leaves with the jacket and his wallet.
4419.
He tries to call home, collect.
Mr. Joe Warner, collect.
Or his agent. Or someone.
Yes, he'll accept the charge. I know how much it costs to call New York. Just please put the call through. My God. I'm sorry. I won't swear again.
He stumbles upon a family singing, hillbillies, and the guy on the right is the guy who stole his coat.
That's my coat.
All is forgiven, and he sits down and joins them.
She died in the mill pond from standing on her head. Go tell Aunt Rhody, go.
Anyway, they welcome him inside. All is forgiven, I guess. That's his mom. Later on that night, we're treated to a hoedown. This goes on for several minutes. The sheriff comes in. He immediately notices an outsider.
Who the hell is that, kid?
Better pull out your gun, Sheriff.
Wait a minute about this. That ain't no revenue.
Local sheriff's a little rough, and basically at gunpoint he says, "You sing, boy." They give David some moonshine from their still that night. That's a little much for him. The next day, he's not feeling too well. This is Della, David's fiancée.
Well, forget it, Buster.
She's kind of a bitch. She doesn't approve of him
take your precious guitar and
being down in the South.
I hope Miss Dora didn't hear that.
David is now taken with Laura Carpenter.
Are you satisfied with this kind of life? A pretty girl like you?
I guess that's a compliment, Mr. Martin. But
time at all nowadays.
Della shows up anyway.
Complete idiot. And just where in the hell have you been? I've been sitting around this godforsaken dump since 7 o'clock.
Forget it.
She decides to
Here,
break
Mr.
up.
Folk Music USA. No, on second thought, I believe I've earned this. Maybe I can have it to cover my trip down and back.
Jake, you are comfortable.
As Della's headed out of town, the sheriff pulls her over
I gotta check you out.
for pretty much no reason. He doesn't give her a lot of
Okay,
options.
Sheriff. I get the pitch. Whatever it is you want, I guess I'm in your clutches.
Yeah.
Anything to uphold justice.
Yeah.
They head off into the woods, and that's actually the last time we see her. Apparently some federal agents are coming. That could hurt the moonshine trade.
What do you mean, a federal?
Now, you look here, we got problems.
The sheriff is in on it.
The federals down in Washington, they got all riled up because they sent down 3 agents and none of them come back.
Whatever did happen to them 3?
Later on, the sheriff takes advantage of Mary Lou, the one of the carpenter daughters. She doesn't talk much, but she can sing.
The department told us to come down here and not to come back without positive knowledge of their whereabouts.
It's hardly likely that 3 men would just decide to quit.
So the sheriff leads the agents out into the woods, and then his helper, this big mute guy named Luther, apparently is super strong and can knock them out with just a touch. They're not dead yet, though, but they will be soon. So he takes their bodies to the still, a giant still, and dumps them in.
Have you heard from Della?
David finds out that Della's missing.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Listen, Joey, I'll call you later. She's not there.
Sheriff's getting paranoid now.
I hate to make extra work for you, Luther, but I'm afraid you're going to have to take 3 new holes. Oh, that's right. Ed is your brother. Well, you just never mind, Luther.
He's going to kill part of the Carpenter family as well as this guy's family. Now the sheriff and Luther are about to go to battle against the Carpenters and the Bashams.
She ate me off. She made me do it.
He admits to killing everybody. That's the end of Luther.
Now get out of my way. Remember, I killed 5 men. Which he was.
He's going to do just what Luther did to the agents. Shove them in the still. As they're walking away, a nearby fire was a little close to the dynamite, and the hole still goes up.
Sure hate to see the expression on old Doug's face when he opens up that guitar case, because I traded him my old one for his new one.
So I was calling him David, but his name is Doug Martin, and he's gone back to New York now. Our movie ends with a TV report.
Martin, from a vacation in the hills, said today that he and his bride plan to make their home in New York with frequent trips to Stewartsville. Stewartsville, you may know, is a village about 30 miles from here and the home of the new Mrs. Martin, the former Laura Carpenter.
All right, let's talk about Moonshine Mountain, which is available on this Shock and Gore collection from Herschel Gordon Lewis. It's a movie I'd never even heard of before until I picked up this box set here. And so I was kind of intrigued by it. Trying to watch a lot of the movies that I've never seen before that are in my collection. This was one of them. And again, it always stood out for me because I'd never even heard of it. So anyway, it takes place in South Carolina. It was filmed near Bullock Creek, South Carolina, which is a river, not an actual city. And it's just about a bunch of hillbillies. This country singer from the big city somewhere decides to go back to the Carolinas to get back to his roots. He's a country singer, but he doesn't really have any country experience, so he wants to just soak up some of the local culture. So he goes down there. He's not really accepted at first, but he kind of starts hanging out with his family and does get accepted. In fact, he gets sweet on this girl named Laura Carpenter. Meanwhile, he does have a fiancée back home in the big city, New York, who knows where it is, named named Della. She's kind of a bitch. She comes down to visit at one point, and then she basically gets raped and killed by the sheriff. Now, he doesn't really care, does our country singer, because, well, actually, I'm sure he cared, but they had just broken up. She didn't like him down there studying the Southern people and that sort of thing. So they broke up. She gave back the ring. Actually, she didn't. She took the ring back, and then she left, and then she got raped and killed by the sheriff. And meanwhile, some federal agents have been showing up now because previously 3 other agents had shown up to investigate moonshine and that sort of thing, and they ended up missing. Turns out the sheriff is in cahoots with somebody. He's killing people who are coming down, messing up with the moonshine trade, because he's in on it down there. So he, unbeknownst to our main family down there, he's killing these agents. So he kills these other 2 as well with the help of this big dumb guy who is kind of a mute. And the sheriff kind of teases this guy, saying, "Hey, I can get you any woman you want. I know you're sweet on this Mary Lou girl. You can marry her if you want. You just got to help me." So they end up killing these 2 new agents and dumping them in this bubbling still. And then at the end, the sheriff kind of comes clean and admits to everything. And Mary Lou ends up putting an axe in the sheriff, and then she dumps him in the still. And then the sheriff had set up some dynamite, and that blows up, and then it blows up the entire still. And that's pretty much the end of our movie. It turns out that our country singer ends up getting engaged or married to Laura Carpenter, one of the Southern girls. So they're going to spend some time in Stewartsville, where this allegedly took place, as well as the big city, wherever the hell that is. Moonshine Mountain. Actually, as Herschel Gordon Lewis movies go, this one was pretty entertaining in terms of the quality was a little better, I think, than a lot of his other movies. The acting was a little better, and I don't know, it just had a plot I could follow. I kind of enjoyed this movie, and I wasn't really expecting to, but it's got some some Southern music type stuff, and it's a hillbilly music, and I kind of enjoyed it, to be honest with you. A couple of hoedowns, good stuff. So anyway, I like this movie. It's the kind of movie I think my fellow Schlockmeister Jeff would have really loved back in the day. Probably would still love it now. Anyway, as far as I know, you can only get that movie on the Shock and Gore collection, as well as the other Herschel Gordon collection that's out there. I'll have a link down below where you can buy this on Amazon, I hope. If there is a cheaper version up there, I'll put that link down there for you. But anyway, it's called Moonshine Mountain, and it's pretty decent. So check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. Watch it. Bye.